So Chris Cuomo on his News Nation show about 2 weeks back or so talked about life at the old place that was CNN, and he talked about what he's doing now and how he does things and the different approach he has at News Nation. News Nation lets him be a bit more free because they're sort of rebels in what they're doing. But he talked about talking to various profile people on the old show and how they would be cordial on the air, but they really hated him. They hated being on TV. They hated talking about it. Hated doing the stuff. Hated the interviews. Hated trying to sound like they were being rational and not quite lying to us. While Chris Cuomo had to try to get the truth out of them and try to not just push them just to be angry. More news about life at the old place is coming out as he had a little talk about his bromance with CNN fellow Chris or Don Lemon at the time, saying it was fake. Now it's a bit deeper and a bit more. I think it's a bit more bitterness towards the end of the actual tenure as partners. But let's get to the actual write up for the robot editor before we go too long on this one. Former CNN anchor Chris Cuomo has publicly criticized his past on-air camaraderie with Don Lemon, labeling their widely perceived bromance as a largely performative act. During a recent appearance on Patrick Bet David's Home Team podcast, Cuomo revealed that the nightly handovers and joint podcast, The Handoff, were orchestrated by former CNN President Jeff Zucker to enhance ratings and manage Lemon's on-air commentary. Essentially, Cuomo was told by Zucker that he was doing this to, quote, stay over on Lemon's show to help mitigate whatever's going to come out of his mouth. Because a lot of things came out of his mouth that turned into newsworthy events, whether they were newsworthy or not. Cuomo actually expressed disappointment over Lemon's lack of support after he was dismissed from CNN in 2021, which is why some of this may be some of the bitterness of the end of the bromance. It occurred after revelations that he had advised his brother, then Governor Andrew Cuomo, during a sexual harassment scandal. With the advisement, with him speaking up for his brother and not being disclosed, essentially CNN let him go, and he went off to do other things, eventually show up at News Nation. Lemon did not reach out or inquire about his perspective during the period. Basically said, he should have asked me what was going on and heard my side. That's from Cuomo. When questioned about the possibility of collaborating with Lemon again, because they are now podcasters essentially, Cuomo responded, why would I do it?